first track called Growing in the Dark. Down underground, a corner of the room, singing to the walls right before they fall. Nobody comes, so nobody stays, but I keep on thinking that I would be here anyway. Growing in the dark, I've been growing in the dark. I'm still growing in the dark. I'll keep growing in the dark. Pour another round. Take what you touch. Give back something, even if it ain't enough. 'Cause what's it gonna hurt if it was born to break? Think was hard before you try to hit restart. Growing in the dark, I've been growing in the dark. I'm still growing in the dark. I keep growing in the dark. Don't need air, don't need light. What I need is what I got inside. Growing in the dark, I've been growing in the dark. I'm still growing in the dark. I keep growing in the dark. I've been growing in the dark. I'm still growing in the dark. I keep growing in the dark. I've been growing in the dark. I'm still growing in the dark. I keep growing in the dark. Cheers. Happy Thursday. Or as my coworker Holly says, Little Friday. Happy Little Friday. You guys for hanging out. Yeah, the records are here. Corey was kind enough to get them checked in at the front, so they're for sale if you want one. They turned out really cool. They're like chocolate brown, milk chocolate brown, which I thought was a fun thing to do. Kind of the color of my hat, actually. I guess that's where subliminally I internalized that somewhere along the way. I told the guy that designed it, who is the co-founder of my label, that I wanted it to look like the interior of like a 1989 Bronco, kind of. He's like, all right, brown it is. All right. Here's the second track. This is what happens when you move to Virginia and you're a ninth generation Texan. You start to miss a lot of the little things that you take for granted. In this case, dance halls. It's called My Heart is a Dance Hall. first northern whisper, a promise of fall. My heart is a dance hall. When the bobwhite quail flutter and the coyote calls, my heart is a dance hall. Well, my heart is a dance hall just off the road, in the twisted mesquite, standing alone, swaying in time through good, bad, and all. My heart is a dance hall. Where the portraits of heroes hang on the wall. My heart is a dance hall. Where the fiddle is blowing like an old rusty saw. My heart is a dance hall. Well, it beats to the rhythm of a forgotten waltz, like a dog riding shotgun, it sees past your faults. Let's go, the world takes us by the hand, and we glide across the boards, sawdust to sand. There's a keg full of ice in an old bathroom stall. My heart is a dance hall. Their love she is speaking with an old western drawl. My heart is a dance hall. When home is a notion that I can't quite recall. My heart is a dance hall just off the road, in the twisted mesquite, standing alone, swaying in time through good, bad, and all. My heart is a dance hall. Sorry about that, low E alley. I hooked it with the capo. I just was like, whatever. The old capo hook, thank you. That's the risk you take when you go shub. When you use ye old shub, that's the risk you take. Your low E string getting into a full suplex. There's one of the older songs on the record in terms of like, a lot of these were written in the last year, some were written like 6-7 years ago. This is an older one that kept just getting kind of pushed down the road. I'm like, that's gonna go somewhere, I just don't know where. This is about poor urban planning and also just floodplains and lots of other stuff. But it's called A Town from Long Ago. Dusty creek, full of dead mesquite, that once was a flowing river. There's some pickup tracks in the brush out back where the mail train had delivered. And if you listen low, they'll tell you so. The story old as cold. They came and took while they never looked at a town from long ago. The last cafe closed. lost their heads while the land turned red, drinkers leaning, cracked and empty. But if you listen low, they'll tell you so. A story old as cold. How they came and went, spent every cent in a town long ago. In 1,000 years, as a new age appears off into this lonesome valley, when they go walking down the streets of town atop the stones of an ancient alley, will they listen low, for I told you so's a story old as cold. How we found this ground to come back around to a town from long ago. Another town from long ago. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you all for being here, appreciate it. Thank you, Waterloo, for letting me stand up here. It's my first time playing at a Waterloo. I was talking to Gus back there on the podcast in that sweet cowhide red velvet booth, and he asked if I'd ever played at Waterloo, and I was like, well, I had full intentions of doing it when I put out my second record, which is the last record I pressed to wax in 2020, which the release night at the Lonesome Rose in San Antonio was the same night the world began shutting down. So was not a fruitful financial endeavor, let's say that. Still crawling out from under that one. That would have been the time where I shamelessly hollered at Corey via text. Alright, this is the title track, if I can remember it. I haven't played a lot of these songs almost since I recorded them, so I didn't think about that one before I agreed to do this. He's heading west, El Paso, got a back left tire running low. Through the desert, driving slow, beneath the Caliche stars. He's dreaming up a hazy sky, there above the Juarez lights, where what follows is out of sight. Some old saltillo bar. He could stop, but he goes. He pretends, but he knows his engine's worn and winding down. Heat of morning is coming fast. Thinks of her back at home as he tries to get her on the line, but she don't answer, she lets it rain, she moved on with her life. Wipes away a guilty tear from the wrinkles below his eyes, throws his hat on the dash His engine's worn and winding down. He's heading for that border town to belly up for one more round. He could stop, but he goes. He pretends, but he knows his engine's worn and out of gas. The heat of morning's coming fast. The heat of morning is coming fast. We gotta get to a weird tune for this one. Thank you guys. Also kind of flubbed the line on that first chorus, and I kind of like it. Like, dang it. Can I send these back? Just kidding. It's way more cohesive the way I should have done it. Well, thank you again. Lots of familiar faces. Some unfamiliar. Donnie Sticks in the house. What's up, dude? See you over there. You guarding it? I'll be on a KOOP with Don Stixel over here on next Monday, so tune in. What time is that? 7? 8? 8 to 9. I have it written down right, so I will not be late, don't worry. Or early, unless you want me to be early. That'd be cool. Just hang out. Okay, cool. Sweet. I do this with my tuner sometimes, and it just doesn't work as good. But this song, it's called Old Amsterdam. It was inspired by a couple shows I played over there in 2019, I believe, with my friend Garrett T. Caps, who I'm sure has some wax in the booth here. What's up, man? In the bins. Well, that's so close. We were over there messing around, I think because like Nikki Lane and what was her name? Brandy Carlisle canceled on some festival in Groningen. So they called Garrett and they're like, hey, we just read this random piece of press of a guy named James Steinle. Says he's in San Antonio. Do you know him? So fortunately, I lived in San Antonio and was over there, and it was a very a period of rebirth. Let's just say that. That's gonna be close enough. Blood red light, you burn so bright, down in Amsterdam tonight, where I've been hoping and I've been dreaming, as I'm searching for meaning. But I ain't worth a dime. For I was sleeping, you know I was starved in these old canals and bars, with the turnings and with the beatings, with the changing of the seasons. Humbled by ancient skies. Gin on gin, closing bar. Then I broke on wine on that old canal under ancient sky. Precious time, worth every dime. Oh, precious time, worth every dime. Thank you. Now I got a tune back. This one will be less painful. Thank you guys. I say it'll be less painful, but I dropped my tuner like 3 times in sequence, and now like I've had to, all the letters are wrong, which is cool once I figured out what they mean now. But my E's an F, so that's cool. That's real cool. Thank you, Allie, for making me sound better than I am. I appreciate that. Just the right amount of sauce. Immaculate. The immaculate sauce. All right, we're going to side B. It's a short record. It's nine tracks. Hopefully 9 potent tracks. Oh, okay, hold on. See, this is where it gets tricky. At least I'm not in the White Horse, like duking it out with the band, so I can hear it. There it is. See, that looks right. But yeah, so this is side B. This song, if you aren't familiar with my music, it might be kind of confusing in terms of where it's from. But I spent a large portion of my childhood in a place called Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. And I've been trying for years to write like a pretty simple song about my time in Saudi, because it wasn't home, but it was kind of home in a weird, strange way. But this is called The Kingdom, and one of my favorite songs. This one doesn't have the same sense of humor, but one of my favorite songs is The Big Rock Candy Mountain, made famous by Harry McClintock a million years ago. And this is kind of my Middle Eastern version of that. You'd be like, it doesn't even sound like it, but that's what I was thinking about. Oh, we're so close. Again, sorry, I need to get a new tuner now that I have to be professional again. This thing's been dropped too many times. Oh, there we go. This thing's crazy. But it makes tuning fun again, I'll tell you that. All right. This is The Kingdom. Let's see. I see the kingdom from the causeway, beneath the crescent moon. Blessed be the deep Red Sea that lies beyond the dunes. All the Bedouins out in the desert, down in the heart of the just living on what it gives them, forever on the move. All the palm trees in the water, just a swaying through Shimon. I once saw an old man climb one. Yeah, he was looking for some dates, but the wind took them all. It's closer than I think, further than it seems. But time to time I visit on a hot summer night in my dreams. Yeah, I can see the kingdom beneath the crescent moon. Blessed be the deep Red Sea that lies beyond the dunes. Sweet, got a few more for y'all. Thank you guys. Cheers. Happy Little Friday. See if I can make this one even more in tune. That'd be really cool. That was like kind of in tune. So thinks this dry old box might need a little bit of work. A little bit of work. This one is called Who Knows What I Could Be. Too many nights I've wondered about the number of days that pass me by, and I try to rewind programs in my mind, but they're one with my design. 'Cause when you know where the sun goes when the sun sets, you follow it close behind. Over the edge in the valley where a lonely highway winds toward a glowing neon sky. Now the rain runs down the gutter, just crying for the sea. And it feels as if nothing, as far as I can see, is where it's supposed to be. then I'm gonna leave. Wanna get home to my lover, lying sound asleep. Who knows what I can be? Who knows what I can be? Steinle, you can grab me. I got a couple more. I'm just playing through the songs off my new record, Heat of Morning, which comes out at midnight tonight, but I have it on wax here. It's the first record I've put out on vinyl in about 6 years now, so it's cool to finally get that ball rolling again. Check it out. It's around the store. I see it over there in the country bluegrass section in the front, but thank you guys for listening. This is the second single off the record, my favorite song on the record. It's called The Gathering Crowd. Send it out to everyone's ancestors tonight, wherever they're floating around or whatever. Just shy of sundown when the sky glows loud, waiting at the old table for the gathering crowd. The wind kicked up gentle gusts, swept caliche dust across the floor. Mesquite beams are rattling in the trees. They're all shortly up the way where the memories stay. Just look a little closer and you see them. Yeah, they're hiding in the brush, laying low in the gullies, riding high down some power line, old busted, rusted strands all tangled in Grandpa's beard. Bent pipes buckling in the sun like a bow-legged son of a gun, leaned up against the pins on a muggy July morning. Oh, they're here to stay, maybe gone, but present, many ways. Act, well, here they come now. As they dismount, those truck engines idling, winding down, old ragged gates scratching across the rock, footsteps jiggling up a sidewalk, boot heels scraping mud on the welcome mat, the seal of the icebox breaks, long necks twist. There's great-grandma giving a few of them hell about a couple of calves they missed. Living like that, you learn that what you raise is what you earn. What you earn is what you share. You always remember to take a step back if you catch a snag through the generation. All the good and all the bad and all the places since that I have seen, near and far from here. But no matter how big this world may be, forces try to pull me away, I know. I'm gonna wind up back there someday, no matter what I say. When I do, I'm gonna fire up that old four-wheeler, wind down the hill, rip ruts up the road, cross over wide cinders until I come to the creek, where I'll snake beneath the undergrowth, ducking those spider webs and Ratama both, till I see that old campfire glow somewhere out in the dark. But until then, the this old kitchen table I'm gonna wait. I'll have a great big pot of frijoles simmering on the stove, ready for whoever decides to show. For the staying, for the going, forbidden, and the allowed, leave a porch light shining for the gathering crowd. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Yeah, this instrumentation on this record is not as sparse as this. It is sparse, but I co-produced it with my friend David Beck, who's a great player. He probably has some stuff in bins from his old acts. He was in a band called Sons of Fathers, and Blue Healer, and David Beck's Tejano Weekend, and we kind of made it together in this old house that he owns in Martindale, Texas, down by the river. It's the same way we made my last record, and all live tracking, and really great instrumentation by David. So there's a lot of accordion and harmonica and upright bass and conga drums, and my girlfriend Juliet McConkey sings some beautiful harmony on it. So yeah, they sound a little different on the record. It's still the same thing. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out, letting me come up here and talk at you, yell at you. Thank you, Corey, Waterloo, for having me. Snag a copy, I'll sign it if you want. If not, that's all good too. I jacked a Sharpie from my day job, so I know that sucker is loaded with ink. They get the big boxes, the big ones. All right, this one's called Parasite. If two nights, I want to do it. See. Yeah. If tonight's the night, bring me back as a parasite for to hitch a ride. 'Cause I'm tired and I'm spent, I'm not meant for this, keeping on the lights. I wanna curl up in a warm, dark room. I wanna hide from the moon. It may come soon, or it never might, but I hope I'm a parasite. If 2 days my last, bring me back as a broken latch dangling off the door, one that don't get used no more, don't work like it did before, a relic of the past. If today's my last, I fade when I need a little goes a long way, a little goes a long way, a little goes a long way. If tomorrow's gone, write me down as a forlorn song for to make 'em cry. Be sure that it lasts too long. Take care that the rhyme is wrong. Won't you write it right? If I come back a parasite. record, or don't. Buy all the other records.